Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. And guys, I just want to say bulls stepped up where they needed to step up, which was that pink trend line right here. That was it started back in October low, had a bunch of tests of it in mid-December to early January. We got another test of that level and we got a strong bounce of it today. Okay, now before I continue to get to business, I just want to give a quick shout out to the Larson family. He or she is one of my viewers, and recommended this beautiful song by Paola Nutini, Iron Sky. I needed some inspiration, man, and sometimes I need some inspiration. I'm tired and whatever, but this song just gave me the energy I needed. Such a great and inspirational song, guys. But check it out. Here's that yellow arrow on the daily chart. There's that yellow arrow pointed out what I want you guys to see. Strong bounce. Almost perfect bounce from that pink trend line, guys. Once again, this trend line is showing buying pressure. It has kept SPY in an uptrend since October. Okay? And guys, if the bulls can show follow through after this bounce, if they can show some follow through here, this could get a lot more bullish. Okay, now what is that follow through Uncle is talking about? Of course, I'm gonna talk about that in the video. So let's prepare. So as far as how I traded the day was a pretty interesting trading day. Okay, it started here. You can see we had like a V-shaped type of day. It was amazing because bulls got to eat, bears got to eat, as long as they would play in the setups, trading unbiasedly. Sheeps definitely got to eat. Everyone got to eat. I think a day like today was a good day for everybody if you were trading this unbiasedly using the levels. Okay, as far as what I traded, as I always do, I write in the Discord identifying the levels and setups. I had first resistance at 41.7 to 42 zone with first support at 400. You guys can see here, market opened around just under that resistance level, which is the green trend lines that I have here, okay? And this was after a gap up after the test of my yearly trend line, okay? I know not everyone agrees with me, but if you look at where this yellow arrow was pointing yesterday, it's pretty close to bouncing right off of my yearly trend line there. Okay, so the market respected. It was around the 397 level, but all it pretty much did was give us a dead cat bounce, which pretty much that's what it looked like in the early morning. Okay, one of my favorite trade setups that I mentioned to the group, which is very educational and a good concept. I wrote here, remember we broke the 41.7 to 42 zone back on Tuesday. Keep the concept of the back test and go or roll change in mind, okay? Previous support turning into resistance is bearish, which is why bulls need this level recaptured to cancel the setup, okay? I will trust the roll change of 41.7 to 42 zone if 400 fails, okay? And I wrote here 41.7 cleared, but not 402. You can see on the 15-minute chart here. Move this megaphone pattern. See on the 15-minute chart right there, it closed above 41.7. That's the green line, but it did not clear 402. If it cleared 402, I might have looked for longs or calls, right? But as I wrote here, since 41.7 is now support, if it fails, look to short with 400 is in play. And that was pretty much my trade for the day. I entered on that false breakout setup right there of the 401.7 level, and it gave us a very nice bounce. I took most profits at 400, left a small runner, and it dropped as low as 396.2-ish. That was a good enough trade for me. I bowed out of the day, but I kept on charting for my members. And you can see here, it gave us this nice V-shaped recovery, okay? And I wrote right here, 397 recaptured, put in 398.48 back in play. Okay, boom. You guys can see this is the arrow right here. Okay, excuse me, that is the candle right there where we recaptured 397. That's this pink trend line, horizontal line I have right there. Okay, and then what happened after that? We had a roll change. We can see after we cleared 397, we saw some buying pressure from 397. A roll change. Okay, resistant start behaving like support. That's bullish, and boom, we got that nice pop. Cleared 398.48, cleared 400, and it almost hit the 401.7 to 402 zone end of day, okay? So I love my trade setups. This is how I trade every single day using my levels. I do it level to level style with runners. I do that because I don't want to trade with greed, okay? So hopefully that helped you guys out to develop your own trading tactics, okay? So here it is, daily chart. Got that bounce off that pink trend line that has kept SPY in an uptrend since October. Okay, great. Now, wait, actually, let me zoom out. Okay, got to zoom out because you guys know I love my Fibonacci levels. Okay, so I got it from October low, 348.11, to the February high at 418.31. I got that 23.6 fib level at 41.74. That's where I got my 41.7 to 402 zone from, okay? This Fibonacci level, and I like to give it a zone, all right? I like even numbers. So, yeah, pretty much, guys. Since we got this bounce off that pink trend line, the follow through that I'm talking about is recapturing that level. You can see we on February 21st, we broke down that level. So if we can recapture that level, that will be a false breakdown setup. Like I always tell you guys, false breakdowns are bullish, just like false breakouts are bearish. Okay? So yes, that's the follow through above 401.74. I would favor more upside. Could possibly go back and test the 404 to 405 zone. That's previous pivot lows here. And above that, 406.5 and that 408 level. Remember, last week I mentioned to you guys, I'm bearish below 408. Okay, we got a nice $12 drop. All right. So if we recapture that 408 level, that's pretty bullish, but we will have to deal with the resistance of this green trend line that I got here. Okay, it touches February 2nd, February 7th, February 14th. We got a false breakout right here, but we got a touch on February 16th. Okay, so this trend line has been well respected, and that's around 410. If we break out 410, that will be pretty bullish. Okay, 412 and 414, 417 to 416.5 zone, and 418 to 418.3 ish is above. Okay, but that all starts with clearing and recapturing 401.74. Okay, otherwise this could just be what I've been talking to you guys a lot about, is the roll change. Okay, like I said, this is the bear case now. Since we broke it down, remember, this could potentially just be a roll change. Okay, because technically speaking, based on the intraday, you guys seen it, that level 401.74 to 402 zone, it defended as resistant, and we got selling pressure there. So if bears can continue to defend it, we got a roll change right here. But to show follow through, we need to see some levels fail. The 398.48 level, which is the 38.2 fib level from all-time high. All-time high is 479.98. Okay? And you bring that the Fibonacci level down to October low at 348.11. You have the 38.2 fib level at 398.48. Okay? Break that down. We maybe go retest this pink trend line, which is around 396.9. So to me, that's still the 396.5 to 397 zone. If we lost that level, that would be very bearish. Okay, a bearish breakdown of this trend line, which kept SPY in an uptrend for a few months now, would be very bearish. Okay, so I'm not trying to predict here. I'm just giving you guys the setups. The setups. And the idea of knowing these setups and knowing these levels is so we can react in real time, unbiasedly, play it level to level, and make your money. Bah! Now let's move on to the triple Q. Triple Q recaptured at 296 level. We broke down 296 on Tuesday, back tested it as a resistance yesterday, but bears couldn't show follow through. Okay, it closed back above. So 296 is back to being support. And as long as it defends that support, there's a chance for more upside. 298, 300, 302. There's a gap around 303.2-ish. And maybe we can go test this white trend line here around 306.6s. Okay, I would be bearish again if triple Q can drop back below 296 and take out some support levels. Start with 294. And 290.7-ish. Okay, that's a fib level. 23.6% fib level. Okay, from all-time high down to October low. Below 290.7, I would be bear bias. Okay, but for the short term, bulls need to defend 296 as support. IWM, I got a pivot level, pre-pivot level here around 188.5. It managed to recapture that level. So if it can hold 188.5, 191.7, and the breakout of this green trend line I got here is about 192.5-ish. If it can break that, that'll be pretty bullish with 194, 196, and 199 in play, okay? I would switch back to bears if it can drop below 188.5, and especially this fib level around 187.6 to trigger more downside, possibly down to 184 and 182-ish, okay? Apple got this nice long wick here on the bottom wick, but pretty much didn't really go nowhere in my opinion. But if it can recapture 150.6, maybe it can trigger more upside, putting 153.5 and 155 in play. But as of right now, pretty much going nowhere. But there is support at 148.5. Look to short if that level fail, and it will put 146.6 in play. There's a gap around 145.5 and 143.5. Okay, Tesla, you know, it managed to stay above 199. Okay, RSI is not as overbought as it's been on this big rally up in January. Okay, so RSI has cooled down. Tesla's trying to cool down here and it's still defending 199. But I need to see follow through. It needs to break. Honestly, the big level I think Tesla need to break is 214. Because if it can't break 214, we could get like a head and shoulder pattern developing there. Okay, but the big level I need to see break is 199. And of course, this white trend line around 191.5 to be bearish. Okay, this little white trend line here from January has kept Tesla in an uptrend. Okay, but as long as above 199, we got resistance at 206, 203, 204.5, 206, 210, 214. Take out those levels. Maybe we can go see 217 again and 221 to 222 zone. All right. Now let's look at this VIX. VIX closed back below 21.7, guys. All right, you guys know VIX like to inverse the SPY. SPY had a strong bounce off of an important trend line, and now the VIX wants to give us a false breakout. Obviously, and of course, we gotta see follow through tomorrow. So that follow through for VIX is to stay below 21.2. If it can, this false breakout setup here, is intact, and maybe we'll see more downside for the VIX. Okay, to cancel it, VIX simply must get back above 21.2 and potentially or preferably clear 23.87. That's a 38.2 fib level to trigger more upside. Okay, DXY just a few cents shy of my Fibonacci channel line right there. Okay, so yeah, resistance at 104.7. It needs to clear that level if it wants to go any higher. Okay, remember that 104.1 level, that's my 23.6 fib level from all-time high down to February low. So if that level was lost, could get bearish for the DXY again. All right, let's end this with the option flow. Filter for 500k premiums or above, 58% into puts. All right, nothing that really sticks out. These big size ones, this is a split order, this is a block order, so to me it's not that aggressive, but they kind of contradict each other. But the put is for March 10th and the calls are for April 21st. Okay, other than that, overall bearish as usual. Triple Q 77% into puts, and the ones with the big size are both block orders, but they are puts for 295 strike price for this one. This one is calls actually for 310 strike price. So see some contradictions here. And IWM 85% into puts for IWM. This one kind of sticks out here. Sweep orders 5,000 in size is puts for March 31st, 175 strike price. Okay, that's something worth looking at. Tesla 60% in the puts. Nothing really sticks out based on my criteria. Apple 86% into puts. Okay, and let's end this with the VIX. Nobody was trading contracts on the VIX. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found value in this video. If you want more content from Uncle Charles, please consider joining my Discord. Other than that, have a great night. Peace.